Hey, thanks, girl, and we're going to tell some stories today. We may even answer some questions if someone sends us in any questions. Marley, this is his favorite podcast on Thursdays because Kelly's in here with him. Look at him. He is so proud. Look at him looking around.
Oh, there he is.
He is so proud looking around. He's super excited. And those of you that are listening as you're driving around, Marley is our pet monkey. He is a pygmy marmoset monkey. He's a tiny little guy, 8 inches tall. His head's the size of your thumb. Whenever people come here to meet him, they're blown away at how little he is, right?
Yes, they are.
They see him jumping around, but he's right above Kelly's head right now if you see him.
Hey, buddy.
You see him jumping around and stuff, but it's hard for people to understand how tiny Marley really is. But Marley is a very lucky little monkey. Yes. He has his very own room. This is Marley's room.
Well, it's kind of slash your office too, right? A little bit. He lets me
come in here and work a little bit. And today's a super busy day for us. Game plan Thursday, always. We're putting together game plans, getting with Pablo, Justin, Sonny. They're all giving me all the stuff they've been doing all week and letting me know what's going on. And also we have to have, glasses down. We have to have 28 videos ready to go today with our good buddy Elliot. So we got a lot of stuff going on. I'm super busy. Plus, I just picked up Cubby and Lisa from the airport.
Yeah, we're so happy they're here.
So they're here to have another great Christmas with us. And we're all having dinner at Solomon's for Christmas Day.
Yes.
Lisa's not cooking. And she told me that you said we're meant to be there. So I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. We're going to tell her we're in. We are
Unless we decide to fly up to California and have Christmas with my family. But who knows?
Who knows?
We'll see what happens. It's all about Mr. Marley. He's kicking back there, Pete, hanging out with all that cool stuff you bought him. So Peter Grossbeck got Marley a bunch of cool toys.
Yes.
But Kelly, girl, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Kelly and I were driving around in the car last night and we thought, you know what we need to do is just talk about some stories and stuff. So I jotted down some bullet points right there while I was setting up the game plan. So
yeah,
I thought maybe we could start out telling people. I'm just trying to turn the volume down.
Tell people what life is like
down here in beautiful Mexico.
To live in Mexico, in Cabo, right?
Yes.
Because it's very different from living in California or I don't know.
Different.
I can't say about living anywhere else.
Right.
Lived anywhere else. But it's very different in a good way. Well, it's got its pluses and minuses. So go ahead. You.
So something that Kelly girl and I were talking about last night when we were out driving around town was the really strange thing about living down here is in 4 years we haven't got one piece of mail.
No,
we have a mailbox on the front of our house.
We do. I've never seen a mail carrier walking around the neighborhood. Never seen a mail truck. I don't know.
No, there isn't
any.
There's none of that going on down here. So our mail gets delivered to Dana War Sportfishing to my beautiful sister. Takes care of all of our mail, but we don't get really any mail unless we order stuff.
Yeah.
If we order stuff, it comes pouring into my sister's office, and she takes care of it for us.
And then we wait. Deal. So whatever we order. So here's how Amazon works here. There is an Amazon.com.mx, and it is, from what I understand, it is separate from the regular Amazon that you all know. They're in the United States. They don't work together, right? I mean, yeah, you have a separate account for each for your United States one and your Mexico Amazon. And to get something delivered here on the Amazon Mexico site, it takes, maybe the quickest would be a week, but probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks is average for most things, right?
Yeah.
And then there seems to be, kind of, we've had some issues with our orders. Delivery. I don't know if that's Amazon or where we live, but anyway, it's very different. So we try to hold off so we can order from the regular Amazon in the United States and have our stuff sent to Dana Point. And then we just got to wait make a trip up to California so we can get everything.
And we learned a valuable lesson. If we try to overnight it or something, we might as well just forget. We're never even going to see it.
Yeah, we've never mailed anything.
Oh, I've mailed
you've
stuff.
done
I
DHL.
go to DHL.
Yeah, you've done DHL, and it's an arm and a leg, isn't it, to mail something?
Yeah, it's definitely not free in it.
Yeah.
And you just hope and pray that it shows up. But so far, so good. When I mail off my taxes and stuff like that, it seems to show up. But you can't drop your mail in your mailbox at the front and think that someone's going to pick it up. We've been living in this house here for 4 years, and the only time that anybody ever picks stuff up out of the mailbox is when we put our rent in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. But no, I've never seen anyone deliver. There are delivery, I've seen DHL makes deliveries here. There's some other companies that I'm not familiar with. We don't see FedEx come and deliver at all. There is a FedEx hub here, right? But I don't know. They don't bring it to our house. They don't bring it to our house. That would be nice if they did, but FedEx doesn't. I don't know. We don't use FedEx here. I don't know if that's an option, but
we really haven't dove into it. We did have a
freight forward
PO box for a little while,
mm-hmm.
and it's still, you're not going to get anything at the PO box in a timely manner. And if you do, let's just say somebody sent Kelly one time, her cousin sent her a dress. What happens down here is you have to pay duty on everything coming in. So what they do is they open up the package, even though you told them what it cost or whatever. They open up the package. They look at the product.
Mm-hmm.
They decide they go online and decide what the dress costs,
mm-hmm.
and then the difference you have to pay.
Yep.
So it doesn't really. It's a strange thing. It doesn't really make sense. The best thing for us to do is get our stuff delivered to Dana Horse Sportfishing, mm-hmm. fly up to Southern California with a big suitcase.
Right. We do. That's what we do. We'll take a big, huge duffel bag, and we just put everything inside. What happens? Do we have to pay import
duty
when we come back in to Mexico? And I don't think we've ever had to do that. I don't know. I think maybe you have, but with one item, but we usually we're able to go straight through and nobody knows.
And the restream today is not showing us the comments. So if you guys want to ask Kelly Girl a question, or me or Marley, you got to send them into 949-374-0786. For some reason, it's not coming up on the screen like it normally comes up. And anybody that's saying hi and hello to us and everything, hello, everybody. We love you all, but we can't see your comments. So text them to us at 949-374-0786. And back to what we were talking about, the mail thing is very, very weird. So what we do, though, when we come up to Southern California, because we both have stuff we need. I have stuff, sponsor stuff, all kinds of different products that I need to have down here for the show and everything else. And then Kelly has the products that she needs to have. So what we'll do is
and there are a lot of them, right?
Yeah. So when we come up to Southern California, we'll bring an extra suitcase or a duffel bag. But here's what you got to understand, gang. Like Kelly was saying, you got to pay duty on it. We're not trying to cheat the system or anything, but what we'll do is we'll open up our packages and take all the products out of
the
boxes
yeah.
and
but that's to help with packing them.
Yeah, because you can't fit it all in there.
Yeah. We one time brought an ice maker, an ice machine, a countertop ice machine, which I love, by the way. It's a GE Profile Opal, I don't know, 2.0. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do without this ice machine. I live off crushed ice. But anyway, we ordered it. It was sent to Dana Point. We brought it here you brought it home, and we just stuck it in a duffel bag. And
well, I took it apart.
You did.
I broke down into pieces. I took it apart, and then I put it back together when we got down here. There was no way that thing was going in a duffel bag. It was a pretty big unit, but that's how we get our mail down here. And I thought that was an interesting thing to talk about, because it's so bizarre to not go to the mailbox.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm used to it now, not going, but we did have a freight forwarder that we had a mail PO box in San Diego. So we'd had everything sent to this PO box in San Diego. And then once a week or
on Wednesdays,
every Wednesday, this truck would drive down from San Diego to Cabo and they would have our mail in it. But the catch is that it cost
33%.
like 33% of what you had to, show them an invoice for everything. And they charged you 33 up to 36, probably even more.
And it's probably more now.
Yeah, just to do all that. So it's very costly to do it that way.
Yep. The best thing to do is to fly up and then we get to see family.
Yeah.
Look at Marley. Look at he's on your shoulder.
Hello there. Oh, hello.
Little Marley loves when Kelly girl's in here. That's for sure. He's a different monkey when she's in here.
Baby.
So another thing, and remember, gang, you can text us. I think if you want to talk to Kelly girl or I, we cannot see your comments. So if you're leaving comments on the screen, you guys are basically talking to each other. I can't see them, neither can Kelly. So if you guys have something you want to talk about, text it to us at 949-374-0786. Here's another thing I thought would be interesting to talk about, baby.
Yeah.
Going to the gas station.
Oh, yeah, that is very different here.
Gang, you don't understand. If you're not my age, you've never seen full service gas stations before. Oh.
I have. Yeah, I remember going to the gas station when I was little. Yeah, okay. My mom and my grandma. And yeah, there was like somebody would pump the gas, wash the windows. It was really cool.
Well, down here, you're not allowed. It's against the law to pump gas in Mexico. That's just, I know you're going to, oh, no, it's not. Okay, well, come on down here and show us how it's done. We only live here, so we don't really know what we're talking about. Come on down and show us. But when you pull into the gas station, gang, you don't even get out of your car.
No, you don't.
They wash the windows. They check your fluids. They'll check everything. They'll fill your tires up with air.
Pretty cool. They
pump the gas. It is absolutely insane. Kelly girl, she gets taken care of pretty good by me, so she doesn't have to really deal with that.
Yeah,
I make sure both cars are full of gas at all times because we just don't know. But here's something really interesting. We can fill up our car with gasoline. We have a big giant truck, a Ram, or Kelly does, Ram 2500 Super Cab we bought from Justin. And we fill that thing up maybe once every 2 weeks, gang, because they're really nowhere to go.
They don't really go anywhere.
There's no right here. There's no freeways. Okay, so there's no freeways down here. There is one road in and out of town. It gets very, very crowded, and it's super crowded right now. Everything's crowded right now. This is the most, I would say, the most busiest time of the year. Christmas, holiday, New Year's. The place is packed. Costco opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. At 9:05, you can't even find a parking place in the parking lot. It is full mayhem down here right now. The amount of people down here, it's crazy. Plus, after the pandemic, everybody figured out you can work remotely. The internet's phenomenal. You guys are watching us, streaming us live right now. The internet works really, really good down here in Mexico. So a lot of people have relocated and moved down here. It's gone absolutely potato.
Our neighborhood, when we moved in, we were one of the very few gringos. Now
it's probably 70% gringos in our neighborhood. Yeah. And they're building anywhere there's dirt, they're building on it. They're building everywhere.
Everywhere.
Our house is covered in dust all the time.
Always. So fun. I love it.
All you hear is, like, I had to close the window, but you hear jackhammers and saws all day long. We live up on the hill, though, so basically when it gets dark, everything gets nice and mellow, and it gets quiet. Except everybody has a barking dog.
Yeah, it's actually so beautiful at night, I think, here.
Oh my gosh.
We can look out our window,
the sunset.
see the sunset, and then the lights when it's dark. All the lights from downtown, they're like sparkly. It's really pretty, very pretty. And it's nice and cool this time of year. So it's great. We love it.
Okay, we have a couple questions, and we got all kinds of bullet points. We got other stuff to talk about.
A lot of stuff to talk about.
Question for you both. Are you guys creating new merchandise such as regular trucker hats and new design logos before the show in March? We absolutely are. And our friend Alan just sent Kelly Girl a really cool file where maybe Kelly Girl is going to start putting together the line of your saltwater girls.
Oh, hello.
Whoa, Marley, I'm sorry. Wow.
He took a flying leap.
And jumped right on my elbow right as I
Here.
moved it. It's
Come here,
okay.
buddy. It's okay. Here.
So,
come here, buddy.
Yeah, we're getting those trucker hats. I didn't even think about how much people want them. I use the other type of hat. I don't like the trucker hat, but everybody seems to want a trucker hat. So we're making those. Yep. And what we're going to do, gang, January 1st, we're going to start promoting the heck out of the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival. We're in contract with Bill, the owner of the show, and Elliot, my producer. He does all the marketing for the show. So we're going to get heavily into marketing the show like we did last year. And anybody that shows up wearing our clothing or our hats, you're going to get free stuff. We're going to be giving away free stuff. We're not going to do it like last year, though, because we're not launching our app. You're actually going, if you want the free stuff this year, you're going to actually have to be wearing our clothes. You're not just getting stuff for showing up. And then during why I'm speaking, and I'll be speaking every day up on the main stage, and my entourage, Kelly Girl, and everybody else will be there, gang. You'll be able to see everyone. Hopefully our grandkids come like they do every year. But Marley is literally.
Oh my God. You guys should see Marley right now.
You should see him right here if I could show him to you. Look at. He's getting his back rubbed by his mom. He just laid down here like this.
He just assumes position. He wants to have his little body brushed with a toothbrush.
Is that insane, you guys? Now you can really see how little he is. His little head's not much bigger than the toothbrush. That's Marley getting his little back massage.
He likes to have his little booty brushed.
Oh, yeah. He loves Kelly Girl.
He loves it. It's his favorite thing.
He was blown away that she doesn't do it when we're on the show. And there he is having his greatest day of his life. So, yeah, we're putting together some more swag. Definitely it'll be in the mix here starting January 1st. Do you buy fishing tackle down there in Cabo, or do you get it from SoCal? Tim, that's a great question. I am blessed. I am sponsored by all the big people, Okuma, Promar, Opsin, Deckhand Sports. So I really don't have a want or a need for any type of tackle down here. Everything I need, they take care of for me. So therefore, when I come up to the shows, you can ask my sister, Tim, when we come up for the shows, come showtime, my sister's office is full of all the products from all of our sponsors. And Kelly Girl and I open it all up and look through it all. And it's Costa sunglass time of the year. We get our sunglasses when we come up for the PCS show. So we get everything we need for fishing down here, Tim. And I'm not a big game hunter when I'm down here. I don't like that marlin fishing or that tuna fishing. That's not my thing. I'm an inshore guy. Whenever you come down here to visit us, Tim, and a lot of people that are members, when you come down here, we go fishing. I try to go fishing for rooster fish, stuff that you can't catch at home. And that's kind of what we're fishing for. So we're not using a lot of that big terminal tackle, the big lures and stuff like that. But we have a closet.
Oh my gosh, we have a closet. We have closets.
We have several closets full of tackle.
Filled with tackle.
We should have a cleansing one day. We should definitely have a cleansing of tackle.
That would be cool.
Maybe have a swap meet in the front yard or something.
You could open your own tackle shop with whatever.
I have so much tackle just shoved in every nook
everywhere.
and cranny. When you be careful when you're reaching into a bag or something.
Oh yes, you got to watch out for hooks, and they're everywhere. He's got stuff everywhere.
You should tell us you're gonna restart the stream so you can see the comments. There's somebody on there that needs to be banned.
Why? What are they saying? Ooh.
He says something really derogatory about you.
Oh, what does he say about me?
Mike Lewis, just grab a hold of. Are you just sent us that? When we get offline here and we're done, I'm gonna jump on there. Don't worry.
How funny! What a funny comment.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, but no.
Thank you very much, but we don't.
Bye.
Neither one of us are much into children.
No.
And when you act like that, and this guy, let's just blast him up here.
That's
Ryan Bouquet. I guess, Boquuett.
No.
That is the young man's name that is
Read a comment.
talking.
No, just kidding. No, we don't want to give him attention. He doesn't. Whatever.
But
Bye,
just
Ryan.
light him up, everybody out there listening. Let's make him famous, because he's making derogatory comments about my beautiful wife. So, yeah, it's on YouTube, Dave Burris. But it's just, that's part of the deal. When you get famous, you got all these people that wish they were you, and they want to make comments. There's so many
people.
so many little booger eaters in the industry that just wish they could get 1 million views on anything. We get 1 million views every day on our stuff, and they're just pissed. They are pissed. Plus, they're pissed because I got this beautiful wife. I got a pet monkey. I live in Cabo. Yeah, they're just pissed. It's okay, though. They can be pissed.
It's all right. Well, thank you, Ryan, for your comment, and we hope you have a great day.
And Ryan, I hope life gets better for you. I really do. But if you have a burning desire to talk to us, we will be at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival. Ryan, I'll do you a big favor. I'll bring you up on stage, and you can stand up there and you can tell everybody the derogatory things you said about my beautiful wife. I would be so happy if all the haters showed up at the show, and I'll bring you all up on the stage. You guys can kick my butt in front of everybody at the show. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Absolutely. All of you beating up an old man. It would be pretty fun to watch. I'll tell you. But none of them will show up because they all talk a big game. Done with the negativity. Thank you, though, Mike Lewis, for pointing that out to us.
Way too much time on that.
Yeah, I gave him way too much time. Kelly, were you always into fishing before you met Dave?
No, I was not. No.
Oh, look at him.
I really got into fishing when I met Dave. But I did it before. I mean, right before I met Dave, I was just getting into it. And then I met Dave, and I was like, wow, this guy knows so much. He's so knowledgeable, and he's so good at what he does, and he's so funny and entertaining, and he's handsome. So yeah. But
wow.
Then I just paid attention to him. I hang on every word he says. So yeah, he helped me improve my fishing game for sure.
The first time we fished together, remember that?
Yes, I do. We went to the Red Buoy
to go look at the sea lion. I didn't know what level Kelly Girl was at. I didn't know, and I was going to go show her the California sea lions. And when we went to the Red Buoy at Dana Point, and some of you have already heard this story, but I'm going to say it again. When we got to the Red Buoy, underneath the Red Buoy, hanging out on the chain were just hundreds of 14, 15-inch calico bass.
Huge. Couldn't believe it.
And that was back when the size limit was 12 inches. I asked Kelly Girl, hey, do you want to catch a fish right now? And there was probably 20 boats setting all around the Red Buoy catching absolutely nothing. And I asked Kelly, do you want to catch a fish? She said, yeah. Sure. I threw a bait out, and then for the next hour, I would cast the bait, hand her the rod, she'd wind in a fish. I'd cast the bait, hand her the rod, she'd wind in a fish. And she caught she probably caught 30 or 40 bass in an hour. And I told her, when we get in, all the guys in the harbor are going to ask you what you caught, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that was true. But what I couldn't understand is asked Dave, how come all these other boats, they're not catching anything? Do they not know about this right here? Why are we the only ones catching fish? I mean, it was literally just every cast was a bite, and it was nonstop. Remember, every time we go out though, it seems like it's always nonstop. Just a lot of action fishing wise. But yeah, I couldn't get why these other boats were not catching anything, and here we were catching tons of calico bass. So,
and that's when Kelly Girl started to understand about how everything matters. Mm-hmm. Everything matters. And what I showed her was, we're fishing with fly line bait with the hook matching the size of the bait, and we're casting to the spot where the fish are living, and they're biting every cast. And all the other boats, they get to watch because they're using like a spark plug for a sinker, and they're using a pre-tied live bait hook, which they say live bait hooks on them, but they're not even close to a live bait hook, but you pre-buy them in the store. That's why our website is so important. And gang, I can't even tell you how many people have jumped on the lifetime membership because people understand. We've sold over 30 lifetime memberships here this month already, gang, because people understand the power of your saltwater guide. Just like our good friend Todd Manser. He went, once he got involved with your saltwater guide and started posting on our social media, all of a sudden Todd took off to the next level. Now he's super busy. He's got like 40 boats he's in charge of, and now he's selling Everglades. He's the number one distributor of Everglades. Gang, the power of your saltwater guide is absolutely mind-boggling. I'm not going anywhere. Kelly's not going anywhere. We have 3,800 videos on Instagram right now.
Wow.
And I put out 3 new ones every day, every single day. So you want to get into something really powerful that's running like a freight train down the railroad tracks right now. Nobody in Southern California is getting the numbers we're getting. Nobody in Southern California is getting the views we're getting. No one in Southern California is getting the advertisement that we're getting. So you guys want to get involved, I have extra spots. We can be promoting you. And speaking of that, Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance. We have a hell of a deal with Larry and the guys over there. Kelly Girl and I are going to Alaska. So the first trip is sold out already. I'm not positive if the second trip is sold out already. Larry's probably on here leaving comments. I can't even see him. Everybody that's leaving comments, I can't see him. That young man that's making all the ruckus over there, I can't see him. But so he's really affecting me dramatically because I can't even see him. So yeah, just like the other booger eaters that make comments that we can't see. But if you want to join us in Alaska, how spectacular is that? We're going to be at Gustavus, Alaska in September. The first trip is on the 7th, and the second trip is on the 12th of September. And both trips are 5 nights, 4 days of fishing, 4 anglers per trip. It's going to be incredible, and you're going to get to hang out with Kelly Girl and I, and we're going to be at the lodge hanging out, and we're going to be fishing in Alaska with you guys. How spectacular is that going to be in September? And we're going to talk about this a lot, and there's all kinds of trips. There's all kinds of things available for you. If you contact Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance at 760-331-3650. Larry has all kinds of trips all over the place to go fishing. This is the one that Kelly Girl and I are going on, but that doesn't mean this is the only one. He's got memberships to become a member of his club or group that you can become a member, and that gets you all kinds of discounts and advantages on hotels and air flight, just so much different things. But the only way you're going to find out about it is to give them a call at 760-331-2650 and make sure to mention your saltwater guide, gang. It will save you some money. It'll absolutely make sure that Larry calls you back. When you mention your saltwater guide, it helps a lot. So check that out. We'll be up there, Kelly Girl and I, in Alaska fishing with you. And he's got everything he's got going on up there. It's going to be spectacular. He's got the smokehouse. I can't wait to go up there and eat fresh smoked salmon. That's going to be insane. Yes. And Kelly Girl wants to catch a halibut bigger than her. So Larry says he can make that happen.
All right, Larry.
Gang, you can send me or Kelly Girl a comment, message, or whatever, and we'll do our very best to read it. We got bullet points of things we want to talk about while we're on the show. So we're going to get back into this and leave the negative stuff alone. Darren, our good buddy Darren, wants to know 2 questions. Circle hooks or J hooks for deep water rockfish? For sheephead, shrimp for bait, but any frozen shrimp, whole or tails? Thanks, Dave and Kelly. Okay. Chum bucket. If you're going to fish sheephead and artificial reef, stuff like that, that chum bucket is incredibly important. I do not like J hooks, but Darren, if you're going out there with friends or family and they're not real adept at fishing, J hooks are a must. They're an absolute must because then therefore your friends will catch rockfish, and it's not that important to set the hook and keep the slow, steady grind on them. They can just pick their nose and play with their butt, and they'll still catch fish.
Oh, one more.
That's what
Fun.
that's what the circle hooks are good for. They allow you to hook the fish without even trying. That's the best part of circle hooks. And if I'm gonna, another thing, and I was talking to Tommy Gomes about this when I was up at his store, that uni butter, that's real. Tommy gets it, uni. It's expensive, but I'll tell you what, sheephead absolutely love it. And that is, uni is the sea urchin's eggs, and it is a phenomenal attractant to get those sheephead around you. And the chum bucket's a great attractant. What we like to do, and I like to put the chum bucket on the anchor and drop it down to the bottom. That way those fish just get thick right underneath the boat, because the current's slowing down past your anchor. All that chum is just washing across that artificial reef. Those sheephead come out of it like you can't even believe. It's insane.
You also like that stuff too, don't you?
I love to eat uni. Oh,
I don't.
it's like butter. It's like butter, baby. It's like butter. Okay. Hi, Dave.
Sorry.
I've enjoyed your videos for the past few years. I am watching your live broadcast, and I have a suggestion for you on how it might be. Oh, yeah, okay. We'll talk about that later. All right. I thought maybe that was a question. So back to our bullet points, baby.
Yes.
Shopping down here.
Shopping.
Tell everybody what that's like. How that's quite an
boy.
event
Well,
down here.
That just circles back to buying stuff on Amazon. Shopping is not difficult, but there's just not the same things here or as we get in the United States, right?
And then
Even like grocery store items, there's quite a few things that they don't have here. So, and plus I don't speak Spanish. Can't read Spanish. So everything is in Spanish. Like if I buy something and I want to, I need to know the directions on how to make a, whatever. It's all in Spanish. And so I got to get my translating app out and whatever, but that's not a big deal, but things are different. Shopping is different. And when you go to the grocery store here, in almost all grocery stores, there is someone there right at the end of the conveyor belt. They bag your groceries for you. Remember, like back in the day, I don't know, do they still do that in the grocery stores in the United States or California? I remember, like we'd go to Ralph's. There would be somebody bagging the groceries. But then when we moved here, we had to do it ourselves. Then stores started having people bag your groceries for you. So I don't know.
Our biggest problem is we're lazy gringos and we haven't learned Spanish at all.
No.
We are just
We know a poquito.
so lazy. But when we go to the grocery store, we have a hell of a time finding stuff. And another game they like to play is once you figure out your grocery store that you shop at, we have a plethora of grocery stores here. It's not like it used to be. There's a grocery store, a lot of them. They change where the stuff is all the time. Just when you think you figured out where they put the stuff, the next day you go in there, it's in a totally new place.
But who knows where everything is, Dave? If you can't find something, who do you call?
Kelly.
And do I know the store?
Oh my gosh.
I can tell Dave exactly where.
When I go to the stores now and I have the laundry list of stuff that I'm supposed to get, I can call Kelly and go, okay, I'm standing here by the water bottles. Where is the corn tortillas?
Yeah,
and I'm just throwing that out. There's corn tortillas everywhere, but where are the tampons?
And I can direct them, navigate
Walk
them
down,
directly
kneel
to where
down,
they are.
look straight ahead.
And I'll tell them,
right
look down,
into
look, about, a foot high off the ground, and they're right there in front of you. And sure enough, yeah.
Yep, it's pretty amazing. And another thing that's really funny, and you guys probably have the same problem. Guy asked a question. I just said 5 years. People don't, it's just so crazy down here that people that work at the store don't know where the stuff is. Because I'll type it in on the phone and ask him. I don't know if they don't know or they're just not happy because we don't know their language, because we're just lazy gringos. And I feel bad that I don't know the language. I've been working down here for so long. I should have learned Spanish a long time ago, but I didn't.
Because that would have required studying, huh?
I would have had to open a
You
book
don't
and
open a
learn how to
book.
read. And we already all know, if you've ever been to one of my seminars, I'm not a master at reading.
Oh, you're
Don't give me a script to go off.
Yeah.
Of. That's the whole thing.
Don't get him a book for Christmas.
Yeah,
or a
no,
novel
no.
or, you know.
Or it'll look brand new when you come down and see it. You'll go, oh, that book,
Yeah.
you haven't even opened it.
Right. I know somebody gave you a book and they signed it. It was so nice. And I thought, oh, Dave's never going to read this book. Hopefully it's on tape or it's on audio.
Yeah, then maybe he'll listen
to it on audio.
Okay.
What
Anybody have any questions or comments they want to talk to us about? Tim, that must have been beautiful back in 82 on the Kenai River. I don't know if we're going to be near that or not. I'll have to look it up and see. But here's something that's really exciting down here is driving. Driving down here is unbelievable. You know how you're taught in America, you got to be defensive driver. You really have to be defensive. I'll tell you what, if you're defensive down here, you're never going anywhere. You have to be super aggressive.
Super duper aggressive. And that took me a while to become super. And I am aggressive now. You're aggressive now. We don't give a darn now. We just go.
It's very intimidating.
It's like the Wild West here, as far as driving goes. It's just like, it's as if there are no street laws, no road laws, whatever. It's just kind of whatever.
You want to cause a big accident? Stop at a stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
They'll pile in behind you. They're gonna be super upset. They're gonna know you're a gringo because you stopped at the stop sign. How dare you stop at the stop sign?
That's a dead giveaway that
you're
are
a gringo.
Tourist.
I'm not kidding you.
Yeah,
I have to tell people when they come and visit us, I go, remember, you're gonna be blown away when we come to a stop sign. It's merely
a suggestion.
It's merely a suggestion.
That's so true. And then what else is weird about driving? Just people will just they'll just stop in the middle of the road
and turn on their flashers.
And they'll be on their phone.
That means everything's good. If the flashers are on, you can basically do anything you want.
Then move over to the side.
You can drive the wrong way
in
a one-way
lane. It's just crazy. I got hit once. I was driving I was going over a bridge and someone's like clipped the back of our car and they just kept going. I don't know if they didn't know. I'm sure they knew though. But yeah, so it's crazy here. It's pretty crazy. But you just have to be very aggressive and just.
And then something we learned when we moved down here is when you get pulled over by law enforcement, it's not a requirement for you to hand them your driver's license and registration. You need to show it to them, but
you don't have to physically hand it to them.
Because what happens is if they get to take it, you're going to have to buy your driver's license back from them.
So you could show them your license. I mean, they can't look you up. They're not connected to California. If you're from California, let's say, they can't verify anything. So you can show them you have a driver's license, but it's best not to hand it
valid.
To them. You tell them you will gladly take the ticket for whatever offense you made, and you'll go to wherever you have to go to settle it. But you don't want to hand them your driver's license and that's not.
Don't show. We see so many people leave comments and tell stories about Mexico. I just want to let you know I just traveled to Baja with my buddy Mark. We just went up and fished Mag Bay in his motorhome, and we do it probably 3 times a year. I just drove one of our friends' car down from California. I flew up to Tijuana, jumped in his car, and drove it back down here. There is all the things you hear about and read about. I personally, in my 48 years of coming down here, I haven't seen it yet. And I drive the Baja quite a bit. Not as much as a lot of my friends. A lot of people drive it a lot. But I've driven it enough times. You would think that I would see all this drama that you all want to share about all the time. But it's not happening down here, gang. It's really not. And I posted a picture a few months ago on social media about the truck, the marina truck with the guy standing in the back with the machine guns.
They're the Marines.
The Marines.
Yeah.
And I talked about how that makes me feel super safe. And people are like, "Oh, that's a sign of
because locals here are afraid of them, or they're kind of like super scared of them. I don't know why.
They're the real deal, but they're here to protect you. It's if you're all fearful when they pull you over, and it's going to be the municipal police that are going to pull you over. If you show fear, then they're going to capitalize on the fear, and they're going to get some of your money out of your pocket. But really, they're told not to mess with us down here. It's kind of unwritten law. Don't mess with the gringo. They know that we are down here buying property and buying houses and buying things. And that's another myth people don't understand. You can actually own property in Mexico, no matter what your sister's, brother's, cousin's, aunt's friend told you.
All of our friends have,
own houses. Our boss that got us to move down here, he just bought a $32 million home. Now, let me explain something to you. Billionaires aren't buying stuff you don't own.
Yeah, they're not renting.
But they're not buying it if you can't own it. They're not spending $30 million on a piece of property you can't own. So that myth of not being able to own, that's a big fantasy myth. Any sovereign nation in the world can take property from their citizens. It's just part of the deal. It's called eminent domain. The only sovereign nation in the world that does that on a daily basis is the United States of America. If they're going to widen the freeway or build an airport, to come in and they're going to take your property and they're going to give you what they believe is what it's worth. Right. So think about that. Don't be afraid of Mexico. Well, really, no, be afraid. There's too many damn people down here.
Yeah,
don't
come here.
I'm sorry, Cubby.
You can visit.
Don't come.
Go back
you don't want to come down here. It's super gnarly. You don't want to come. I don't even know why I just told that story. We got enough people here. Okay. Don't come to Mexico. Okay. And then there's a question. Dave, Kelly, what made you guys decide to move down there?
You'd like to take that one?
I got hired by Fletcher Jones Motor Cars to come down here and run their Viking for them. So I went home and I didn't even give Kelly a choice. I said, "Hey, baby, 2 months from now, you're going to live in Mexico. We're moving to Cabo."
He did. And he did. And here we are. So that's why I have to tell this, because I think it's hilarious. To me, it's funny. Because not a lot of times, but occasionally Dave and I will bicker with each other. And Dave will throw out, I'm going to leave you and divorce you. And I'm like, excuse me, I just gave away all my stuff to move down here for you. And you're going to do what now? So I just think that's crazy when you say that. I don't think you should say that anymore.
Oh, I say it all the time, like every day, probably 100 times a day.
Like, no, you can't do that.
Look at.
No, you don't even
I'm not
know
going. Well, no, I'm
thinking, what about this Dave?
We're not even going anywhere. Look at
on me.
Captain Dave, property of Captain Dave.
I would just have to find me another Captain Dave.
Oh my gosh! One day we were sitting at the beach, and it's been a couple of years since Kelly's had a drink, but she had a couple of margaritas. We were down at the beach.
I don't drink anymore.
And she decided that she wanted a tattoo. Not me. I've never had one. I'm not going to get one. I'm 62. It's that boat left. But Kelly girl's like, we never have any fun. I need a tattoo. So we jumped in the truck and we drove to the tattoo parlor.
She
got a tattoo, and there it is. Captain Dave with a little anchor on it. You guys can all see it at the show. And then one of our buddies is asking, do we miss calico bass fishing? In Southern California.
Do we miss it? Yes. Yeah, I do.
It's one of my very most favorite fish to fish for. No, not one of. It is the very most favorite fish to fish for. And I miss it tremendously. I wish I was fishing calico bass today. I hear the weather's beautiful up there right now. So, yes, we miss it. Kelly misses it tremendously. She hasn't got to do it in 4 years. And she was very, very envious of me fishing with my grandson 3 weeks ago or a month ago. I know, but she wanted to do it. She wanted to be with Gavin, and she wanted to catch calicos, and she wanted to hook and hand fish to our grandchild. it would have been a blast. But yeah, we missed that. And what's the equivalent to doing it down here? Really nothing. I mean, Kelly and I, we go fishing with Jose, go catch some rooster fish and stuff, but it's not the same because you're not casting a bait. We're not anchored. We're not doing what we do. We're not in a beautiful cove in South Laguna.
Oh, I know.
Sitting there with our swimming pants on.
Swimming pants, yeah. Yep. You and your swimming pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we do miss it quite a bit.
We miss it a lot. And if you guys are leaving comments, we can't see them. So just so you know, we can't see them. What about restaurants? Is there any restaurants down here, baby girl?
So many. There are a plethora of restaurants here. There's so much to choose from, so much good food here, and there are restaurants that are just very inexpensive. Dave and I could go eat, have dinner, tons of food, and get out the door for $20. We don't drink alcohol, so that makes things,
very inexpensive, very affordable.
Yes.
But then there's also the spots, like most of you don't even go to, when you come to Cabo, you don't even leave your resort, or you don't even go, you just stay down on the boardwalk. You never even get out. If you go a couple blocks inland, the culture is totally different. Everything's different. The food is insanely delicious. And we have a lot of different taco stands and places that we like to eat. Pollo de Oro is like one of our very most favorite places. And all these places are priced very, very well. But we can also go to where I take Kelly girl for her birthday or Christmas is El Horta. And El Horta is very, very, it's Newport prices. It's Newport, but it's gorgeous. It's
worth it. So worth it.
And we have some good, every kind of food you can think of, we have down here. It's not all Mexican food.
No,
there's phenomenal Italian
sushi. Oh my god, sushi.
Yeah, at the Walmart.
In the Walmart
Koi.
Yeah, that place. Oh my gosh, it's phenomenal. So yeah, there are a lot of good restaurants here. A lot.
And a lot of good taco stands. A lot of really good taco stands.
Yes, I'm getting hungry.
We never had a bad meal down here. Really, no. I don't think we have. And we've been turned on to some really bitchin' places.
You know what place we love, or I love? I'm actually craving this. Is the diner? We have it's called the American Diner. Is that what it's called?
American
Diner, and it's just 5 minutes from our house, and it's like a diner. They serve American food,
fried food,
comfort food, and it's very, very good. I love their food.
I made a video. It was on our social media. It shows the diner. Showed you all the different foods. I show you the whole menu.
Their menu's huge. They have so many different things. Breakfast, you can order breakfast all day long. It's great. Super, super good. We love it. I do anyway.
Oh yeah, no, it's insane. We absolutely love it. We'll probably eat there today since Kelly Girl's missing it. They have a chicken strip,
chicken tenders that are, I don't know how they make them, what they put in them, but the coating, the breading is
to die for. It's so good. It's addicting.
It's like candy, almost like this candy. Oh my god, it's just delicious. Yeah, it's good. It's bad though, bad for you. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you're
terrible,
watching your
terrible. And what else? What else do you think people need to know about down here?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's different. It's just different from being, I don't know, if you're from California, it's a lot different. It's more laid back, easygoing. It just is a different vibe here, different in a good way. We don't have to worry about crime. We don't worry about it at all. We leave our doors unlocked.
Keys are in the ignition of the
cars. I don't even know. Do we even have a house key somewhere? I don't even know.
We think we do, but we haven't seen it since we moved in here. It's got to be in a drawer.
I lock the door when Dave's gone. Or we lock the door at night. We do the deadbolt thing, but during the day, if we leave, we don't lock the door. It's pretty weird. We could drive around. We have all this stuff in the back of our truck, beach chairs and,
ice chest.
And we keep it and we go shopping. Nothing's ever been taken from us. So it's pretty easy going here.
It's phenomenal. The food is phenomenal. The medicals.
Oh my God.
How is the medical insurance and clinics down here?
Phenomenal.
It's great when you go most of the equipment's new. The doctors speak perfect English, which, is good for us because we're lazy gringos. We didn't learn the language. The facilities are super clean.
And what's best, that's such a good question. What's great about going to a doctor here or getting medical, have attention, whatever, you don't need a referral. Like my mom, for example, was telling me she had to get an MRI. And it took her like a month to get an appointment, or she had to have a referral and this and that. It was just all this like red tape just to have something done. And that's important. And so here you can walk right in and you'd probably get an MRI done, before you left your appointment. I mean, it's just, that's how it works here. It's just so easy. You don't have to go through all this bureaucracy.
Rigmarole.
Yeah, just a bunch of red tape. You could just, you get what you need and that's it.
And medication, you can get it at
anywhere.
There's a pharmacy like every 20 yards.
Yeah.
No, like really.
Tons of pharmacies here. I'm sure that's what Cabo's kind of, most people know going to Mexico for, the pharmacies and all that. And some are good, some aren't good. And we don't really know. I mean, we just get antibiotics. They're great here. And,
and they work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like at home where you take these antibiotics for the next 3 weeks and then come back and see us. It's like, take these antibiotics for a couple days and you're done. Infection's gone, whatever. It's a crazy, crazy thing. And compared to like we go to the doctors, we have a little hospital called Hospitin right down the hill from us. We'll go in there and an office visit is $35. Mm-hmm. And you get seen and you get taken care of. You get seen
right away. I mean, like we don't wait a long time and
you don't have to call and make an appointment.
No. And then if they you go in, they examine you and they feel you need an x-ray, you don't have to
come back.
You don't have to wait for them to
right
make a referral. It's so easy. It's just so easy. Let's see. Just things are just a lot more, they're inexpensive here. I don't know. I was going to say, it's better.
And then we also have something where we have Covered California as our main insurance. And then we also have Dawson's insurance for travel insurance, $500 for the year. We come back out of California all the time, so we're covered on the travel because we're never down here for more than 3 months. Both of us are flying back and forth and doing stuff. But Dawson's insurance is so incredible. For $500, we get life flight, get flown back into California. We can go get the health care if we need it up there in California. Neither one of us have ever had anything major happen. Knock on plastic glass, but whatever. Now, the health care down here, we've had nothing but good things. We both had COVID really bad during what was going on in America, and we got treated at the hospital down here. Mm-hmm. And we couldn't be more happy. Yeah. So thank you for that question. That's a very, very important question. Another question we get asked all the time is the water safe down there? Well, gang, this is what I tell everybody. When's the last time you drank the water out of the faucet in your house?
Yeah.
At home in California or Nevada or Mexico. Or,
you're not drinking the water when you're taking a shower, are you? I mean, you don't do that at home. So no, we don't do that here.
We get bottled water delivered, 5-gallon bottles. We get them delivered every Friday. And for a 5-gallon bottle of water, it is $2.50 delivered to the house. We also have a maid that comes a couple times a month. Mm-hmm. You won't even believe.
A couple times a month? No, maybe once a month.
Okay, I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
I clean. I'm the one that cleans.
Okay, I apologize. I apologize. We have a maid that comes once in a very great while, but when she comes, she does a great job. She cleans our whole house and does our laundry and folds it and puts it away.
Does the floors, the windows, dusting. She makes, if I always have my beds made, but she'll change sheets, all that stuff, everything. And go ahead.
$25 for the day. We give her a big tip. We don't pay her $25, but that's what she charges, is $25. Really? And Tim asked a question. Kelly, Dave, are you guys planning on living down there for a long time? And right now, I'm just going to be honest, and what I see going on in America today, it just scares the crap out of me. I know I have a beautiful website and we help everyone fish, but I just don't know. It's scary, Tim. If we do move back up there, we'll probably move into Nevada and live right there by Tahoe so we can be by Isaiah, our granddaughter. But we could also, it's hard because my other son lives in Oregon. But if we're up there in Nevada, Tahoe area, we'll be closer to Zach too. And then Riley lives in Iowa. So it's a big spread. We can go buy a house in Iowa.
We can go buy a house right now in Iowa.
Kelly's son bought a house for $80,000.
He just turned 21 in June. We were very proud of him. He's going to school to get his engineering degree and working at an engineering firm, and he's just fantastic. But he bought his first home, and it was $80,000, and it's adorable. It's like
a beautiful little home.
A big yard, backyard, front yard, and yeah.
So that's on the table. We got so many different things we're thinking about, but every day is so simple and easy down here, except for the animals. We have 2 rescue cats. We have 2 other cats that have made our backyard their home, and then we have the monkey, and then Kelly's got me. So it's a big bunch of responsibility. I would love to move back up to America. It just has to be the right situation. So we'll see how things play out. But as of right now, we have no desire. Oh, look, you guys got to see this. See Marley? He's getting his head rubbed. And Kelly can pull super hard on his fur. He loves that. And he's just laying there getting massaged, just having a ball.
Oh.
He was. And he's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. But gang, I want to thank you all. I'm really bummed we can't see the comments today. Hopefully that won't happen again. But tomorrow is going to be insane, gang. We got Luke McFadden. If you haven't been following Luke, he's millions of followers across all social media. The young man is an awesome young man. He's one of the hardest working young men I've ever seen. He is a commercial crab fisherman in Chesapeake Bay. He's a great mechanic. He does so many cool things. He's getting married to a beautiful young lady. We're going to have him on the show tomorrow. We're going to be talking to him about all the cool things he's got going on and all the reasons why you need to make sure that you're buying American caught seafood. It's super important. America is the #1 consumer. Don't forget to grab that QR code. If you want to join Kelly and I on a phenomenal fishing trip to Alaska, grab that QR code right there. Do not hesitate. Check out Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance, gang. You will not be disappointed. Larry is a phenomenal human being. His last name is Hansen, so you know he's got to be awesome.
Yeah.
And he will walk you through whatever situation you want to do. You want to come fish in Mexico? You want to fish in Alaska? You want to know about his membership? You want to know anything about Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance? Grab that QR code or give him a call on that phone number I gave you earlier, and you won't be disappointed. You get an opportunity to go fish with Kelly and I. We want to thank you all. Don't miss the show tomorrow. We'll be live at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you've never seen the show before, we do this live every day. Oh, how cool is it the last couple of days? Justin's been fishing lobsters up there in Long Beach Harbor, and he got a big thresher shark last night too. There's so much cool stuff going on with your Saltwater Guide gang. If you're missing out on all the cool videos, you got to go check them out. We post them on social media every day. 3 videos go out every single day, plus the live shows at 12 o'clock. And then Justin fishes lobsters at night. He'll be back out Saturday and Sunday fishing lobsters. Hopefully he goes live. He's taking a couple days off.
He's great. I just want to say Justin is, and Pablo also. When does Pablo go? When's Pablo going to do a live show again?
As soon as his shoulder gets better, because it's hard for him to do it with that shoulder. He just had shoulder replacement surgery.
That's right. Okay.
He's it's hard for him to drive the boat, do the thing with the busted up shoulder, but he'll be doing lives. And Sonny's really sick, gang.
Oh.
He's when I talked to him this morning, he was at the hospital getting some blood taken. So my prayers go out to Sonny and his family, and I hope he starts feeling better. But he put together a game plan for you guys. So make sure you check out our game plans. They come out at 3:30, 4 o'clock this afternoon on the greatest fishing website ever made for anybody. I don't care what country or where you're at. Fish are fish, and all fish are stupid. You just got to be smarter than the fish to catch them. Most people's ego won't let them catch them, though. Gang, I'll be here for you tomorrow. Thank you, Kelly girl, for being on the show today.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
My
it.
pleasure. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, sorry if we didn't see your comment because we don't see any comments today, but
Very strange.
very strange.
All right, everybody, we love you. Thank you. Keep
Bye.
following us. Send us some stars. Send us some tips. Do something.
Be
If we
good.
entertain
Behave
you,
yourself.